The big game is fast approaching, but wait, you still haven't got your tickets. You've spent hours searching, but you're still confused about ticket prices. Time to stop searching. Visit ticketcompare.com. We compare ticket prices for all the popular leagues and tournaments for you. We work only with the most trustworthy sites, so you can have peace of mind when buying your tickets. Compare prices, buy tickets, get to the game. Ticketcompare.com. Buying tickets made simple.
Afternoon.
How you doing? Okay.
Fine, and you?
Have you had a sleep yet?
Yeah, more or less.
Rafa, how was deadline day and all the drama for you?
Yeah, fine. Obviously, we know that these days are always quite busy for everyone. The confirmation that is wrong means that you are playing games and still you don't know if some players will stay or will leave. So I think for the future is so clear the message that something has to change. But in terms of what we wanted to do, we did some business. We moved some players out. We brought some players. So I think it's overall has to be positive if the new players are performing on the pitch.
Was it stressful for you having all that happening, players arriving and heading out right up until the last hour of the window?
Yeah, but because it was the game, we have to concentrate on that. So we were talking a little bit in the morning. The people in charge, they were working, trying to do the deals, and we were just concentrate on the game. After the game, you know that we were waiting for Dubravka and Freddie Woodman to finalize his movement, so everything was prepared, and it's just to know if we had time or not. Obviously, also the situation of Mitrovic was a little bit strange because Anderlecht was saying yes, 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 and after was no. So the strange thing, but we reacted well, and then Mitro wanted to play. He needed to play because the World Cup, and we couldn't guarantee here that he could have the minutes that he wanted to have and bring in Slimani. So everything that was going in the right way at the end, but it's something that for the future is not necessary to go to the last day of the transfer window with a game at the same time. So things like that is very clear that has to change.
Is that a good move for Mitrovic?
Sorry, again?
Is that a good move for Mitrovic?
When I was talking with him in the morning, he told me, and we have had this conversation before, that he wanted to play, he needed to play, and it's fine. So, and he's a nice lad. And in the morning we agreed that we were trying to do the movement. We were surprised with Anderlecht, and I will say again, because we had I have 2 or 3 Spanish clubs asking for him on loan. We have another French club asking for him on loan. And Anderlecht was pushing and pushing all the time, and after they said no, we don't have a space, and then we didn't move a player. So you kind of push and push in the way that they were pushing, and after has no position. Even I think that they signed a player on loan, so it was a strange movement, but we reacted well, and that's it.
When you look at the window as a whole, Rafa, would you say it was a success for Newcastle United, or would you say it was a failure?
I will not waste too much time on that, because people are expecting if I say this positive or negative. Or I think the key for us is we have 3 new players, we moved 6 players, and we have a squad that now they know exactly that they will be here. So it's not anyone is thinking, what about my future? Your future is the next month to perform, to do the best for your team, and that's it. And at the same time, the atmosphere is quite relaxed, so everybody knows that everything is going well. The training ground, the training sessions, everything is normal, so we don't have big issues. And now everybody knows that it depends on them to be on the pitch or not, and it depends on us to win games and to get points and to stay up. That's it.
Slimani and Dubravka, have they got a chance? Either have got a chance for the weekend?
Slimani has been working with the physios because he has a small problem in his thigh, but it's not as big as people were saying before. Oh, he didn't pass the medical. No, he was just with the physios and has been training. I was talking with him this morning while he was training with the physios, on the pitch, so has been on the pitch. Then if he will be available for Sunday, we will see tomorrow. We have another training session, and then we will see. It depends on how he progresses and his feelings. But at least he's training and he's trying to push and to be ready. And Dubravka has been training normally for these 2 training sessions. Obviously he was not playing before, but has been training normally with the other keepers, and they will have chances more maybe for Dubravka, but they will have chances, but they have to compete now.
Is Dubravka in to push for number 1?
He's coming to compete, and then I'm really pleased to see the 3 keepers today on the pitch and training really well, all of them.
Just finally from me, and apologies if you were asked this post-match the other night, there was a banner displayed by the supporters before the match against Burnley the other night. Can I get your take on that and the message behind it?
I will say that a lot of people are expecting me to criticise the club or to criticise anyone, and then my responsibility is to do well, to be sure that the team is ready, and I am trying to do the best for the team and the best for the club. And the best for the club is to win games, to have my players just thinking about football, giving everything on the pitch, and it's the best thing that I can do for this club. So I don't need to be involved in these polemics, and then Rafa is thinking that, or what I am thinking is the best for the club is the best for the team now, is to win, to be sure that all the players, they push in the same direction, and that's it. Cheers.
Rafa, just sticking with Wednesday, but events on the pitch. You talk about these mistakes at home. Do you get the sense that the team are learning from these mistakes yet, or not?
Yes, but that doesn't mean that you will change everything, or you will learn about every single situation during the games. So today we were watching some clips, analysing some different situations, but it's something that you have to watch, you have to train, and after, if happen again, then watch again and train again. So always the young players, they need more time, but sometimes you know what you have to do, but the Premier League is so difficult that still you will make some mistakes. So we have to continue and trying to improve these things, and at least if you don't see what is going on, you say, fine, but we have seen a lot of little things that we can improve, and we will try to do it.
So what was the general chat like from the players immediately after that game? Were they already fired up ahead of Sunday's visit to Crystal Palace and ready to right those wrongs?
Well, everybody was upset after the game, because I think that we deserved to win. We had chances in the first half to win the game, even the second half, and we made some mistakes at the end. Corners, free kicks that we can avoid, and we could be in a better position defending, but we didn't do it. And then now what we said after the game is we have another massive game coming. So my experience is you cannot be thinking too much about what we did or could happen. So it's already finished. We have to concentrate on the next game, and Crystal Palace is a team that is there, is in the half bottom like us. So, and we were competing against this team. Sometimes we were winning, sometimes we cannot, but we are close. And then we have to be sure that these little details that we were talking about before can make the difference now for us in favour, and then get 3 points.
We talked about it a little bit earlier on this week, but how pleased were you with Kennedy making such an impact on his debut? Very, very lively indeed on Wednesday night.
Yeah, we knew about his quality, and at the same time, we know that he's a young player. So the main thing for me is he has to carry on with the same attitude, with the same confidence that he showed the other day on the pitch, and that's it. If he's doing that, he will give us something different. The same with Slimani or Dubravka. So they have different characteristics of our players, and that will be positive because we will have different options depending on the games.
And just a quick word on Joselu, of course, missing that penalty. How was he immediately after the game? He must have been a little bit upset about it.
Yeah, I said after the game that Joselu is working so hard for the team that it's a pity when you have a striker, and especially in a penalty, you miss the penalty. And then for the strikers, the confidence is crucial. So then he was a little bit down the day after, but he was training well. So then we will see how he reacts. But my message for him, for any of our players, is that they have to carry on. So it's not time. We don't have time to stay complaining or thinking about what could happen in the past. So it's just to be sure that in the future we are ready.
And just on the transfer window as a whole, how relieved are you that it is actually out of the way now and you can just get back to focusing entirely on the football?
Yeah, that is the first message that I gave to the players after the transfer window, the training session in the mornings. Listen, this is the group of players that has to fight for every point until the end of the season, and that's it. So now it's just no distractions, and everybody has to be sure that they are ready. And after, we have to pick the players, the team, but they have to just concentrate on that, because some of them maybe they were thinking I can go here or there. So now everybody's here and everybody has to give their best.
And just a final one on the transfer window, I promise. What would you rate it out of 10?
No, I don't need to do that. You will do it. So I'm happy with 3 new players, and they have to give us something different, and that is my point.
Looking ahead to Crystal Palace on Sunday, away form's been relatively good for Newcastle. Now, Selhurst Park, a very, very difficult place to go. Yeah,
I think it's a good team, and people were talking at the beginning about his form, and I was surprised because they have very good players, and it's a good team, and it's, as you say, it's a difficult stadium and a difficult pitch to get points, but that is the Premier League. Every game is so difficult that we have to have confidence that we can do it.
We've seen the likes of Swansea and Bournemouth pick up excellent results against top 6 sides. How much has that increased the pressure now down at the bottom half of the table?
It's more or less the same, because for us every game is the same, so it doesn't matter the name of the other team. We have to try get 3 points against some teams at the half bottom of the table. We have been more or less fine. Then now we have to be sure that we continue with this idea that we have enough quality to go there and to get 3 points.
Just a final one from me. How do you believe that the players' mentality is well suited to this pressurised situation that Newcastle now find themselves in?
At the moment, fine. So I said before, and some people talking about maybe this, maybe that. We are really fine. We are training well. The atmosphere is quite good. The players, they train really hard. So we have a situation. It's a normal football club, trying to do their best in a competition like the Premier League, that is the best league in the world.
Thanks, Rafa.
Cheers.
Rafa, have you ever known it be quite so close in terms of points in the bottom half of the Premier League at this stage of the season?
Yeah, I realised that it's 5 points between the 10th and the drop zone, so it's very close, very narrow. That is sometimes good, because you have a lot of teams there, and then everybody can make mistakes, or everybody can do right. But for us, it's another challenge to be sure that we do what we have to do every game. And even if you draw a game, be careful, you draw a game at home, and maybe you deserve to win, and people can say, oh, you lost 2 points, and it's the feeling that we had at the end. Still, you know that the next game you can get 3 points, and you will be 5 points, 5 positions ahead. So it's just a question of to stay calm and keep working, because we have too many games.
So in one way it increases the pressure, but in another way it just means the opportunities are greater.
Yeah, obviously when you have so many teams, it means that anyone can go down, and then that is sometimes good news. If you have 3 at the bottom, it will be easier, no? If you have a big distance, but it's not the case. Then you have to be sure that even if you have a bad result, still you carry on, because the next one could be good, and then you will be 2 or 3 positions at the top or higher, and that's it.
Obviously a very impressive performance by Kennedy on his debut, and you sensed from the fans when he came off, they gave him a standing ovation, you sensed that he could become a real favourite at St James's Park if he keeps going like this.
Yeah, that is the key. I said after the game that his match fitness is not still at the level that you are expecting for someone that has to play every game, but he shows his quality, and the main thing now is he has to carry on doing the same. So you cannot expect a young player playing always at this level, but hopefully he can give us some of these things that we saw the other day, and it's a different kind of player, so he will give us something different.
And what about Mo Diame? I mean, he looked almost like a new player the other night against Burnley.
Yeah, he has been maybe for 2 or 3 games playing really well. He trains well, so he's someone that has energy, and he tries to do things. He's clever in the way that he understands the game, and he's trying to do things. Each one has his own characteristic, but in terms of what you are asking him to do during the game, he can understand quickly, and then he tries to do that. So it's important player for us. And the main thing is the competition. So we were talking about the keeper, we were talking about the strikers. Now we have competition, more competition, because before they had competition, but they thought maybe this player or the other one is not playing too much. But now you have new players, so everybody has to be sure that they are ready, because the other one maybe will be ahead.
And that sometimes is the impetus that some players need to really put a performance on the pitch.
Yeah, clearly for a player, professionals, you know that you have 11 positions. So if you don't do well, another one will take your place. And then the competition in the training session has to be higher, and it's much better for me as a manager. So we say we want to have this situation every week, because it means that you have to pick a team, but the others, they will push for the next one, and the team will be better.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks very much.
Thank you. Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you.